Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure and honor today to have on the IBNI page with us Azhar Ali Syed, somebody who spent 15 plus years in the space of nutrition and fitness. He is somebody who believes in the fact that everybody can get fitter and live healthier lives. So, Azhar, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much. And I believe and I feel everyone should get fitter. It
Yes.
should be a non negotiable.
Yes, so
Yeah.
getting fit is non-negotiable, absolutely. Today we are going to talk to you, Azhar, a little bit about immunity, about the connection between immunity and nutrition, and what can people do within their own kitchens to make sure that they do the right thing to keep their immunity high. So talk to us a little bit about immunity first, and tell us what you need to do to stay immune.
Okay, so before we even get started about talking about immunity, all right, and I feel we should just pause, okay, and unlearn quite a bit that we've already learned about immunity because I feel there is so much already floating around, yeah, that we are supposed to skyrocket our immunity. All of a sudden, immunity is the talk of the town. If there is one word which everyone, or two words rather, is COVID, corona, and immunity. I think these are the most commonly used words, and somewhere, it is misunderstood. Somehow, somewhere, people feel that immunity can be like overnight shot, and we could be free with COVID. It's not the case. Immunity is something which, it starts building in our it's in our system, which starts building right from the day we are born. Yeah, and as we keep aging, it's something which keeps building on. And this is something which fortunately with COVID, there is one thing which I would really be happy about is at least people have started to look after themselves, and people now know what immune health is, and people know that it should be taken care of. The only worry is that people feel that it's a one night, a week, or a 10 days, or only till the lockdown is there, we will look after our health and immunity, and then immunity is out of the window. So before we talk, I think let's put it across for everyone who's watching this. Let's not look at immune health as a very short term thing. Let us pledge that we keep taking care of ourselves, and in the bargain, your immune health will get better. Yeah, so that's what I would want to start with when we talk about immune health.
Absolutely. So now talking about immunity and immune health, you said that this is not something you do overnight. This is not something that you suddenly decide that you're going to build your immunity and doesn't happen overnight. So tell us the top few tips and tricks that we need to think about in context of our own immunity, and what do we need to do to keep that up?
All right. So, what I'll try to do is I'll try to keep my recommendations as close to basics. All right, which is often not sold easily, which is often not accepted. The moment I tell you this is a pill for $1,000 and you're supposed to take this, it will be like the shelves will get empty within no minutes, right? I literally see vitamin C being sold for like $1,000, and all my life I've had vitamin C for like $20. Yeah, let's not get into that. No, we do not need that. So I will try to make sure that all the tips and recommendations that I share is far away from urging you to really buy something, unless and until I really feel that should be, because there is one thing which will fall under that category which has to be bought over the shelf. Okay, and to start with, again, if people have seen previous of my content and videos, I would say start with basics and do what we were always supposed to do. And I would start with urging people to sleep well and sleep better. What is happening is, in this whole lockdown, if there is one thing which I have seen most commonly across everyone, people have just been staying awake the whole night, all right, watching Netflix or whatever it is. And our sleep, all right, that is the time wherein we are supposed to sleep, rest, recover, and make sure that everything that needs to be restored in our system gets done. Unfortunately, we are not letting that happen. We are trying to look for options which is available in the shelves, which a pill which we can pop in and boost our immune health. Unfortunately, I wouldn't recommend that over neglecting the most. I think sleep is one of the best gift to the mankind, which we are unfortunately really abusing. So I think to start off with, I would say keep it basic. Make sure that you are taking quality sleep. That's the least that one can do. Yeah. So now when I'm talking about sleep, so there are two things. one, people often get caught into the hours of sleep. That sleep for 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. Sure, that's a good starting point. But beyond the quantity of sleep comes the quality of sleep. Yeah, and that is something that one should be working on. Try to sleep early, try to wake up early. That's the best time I would suggest to take care of your sleep. It shouldn't be that मैं रात भर the whole night I'll stay awake and I'll sleep the whole day. Somehow that's not the right way to catch up on sleep. So that's one. Sleep would be one of my very strong recommendations.
Right. So you started with sleep. Now I will switch to the link between immunity and nutrition. Because like you said, a lot of people during the lockdown are also baking and cooking and indulging because eating and food is comfort. So talk to us about the link between immunity and nutrition and what people can do in their own kitchens to ensure that they can boost their immunity.
So before we move to the kitchen part, all right, if you don't mind, before we move to the kitchen part, let us just try to be in a continuation from sleep. Next to sleep, I would want to jump to one vitamin, which is vitamin D3. All right, and vitamin D3 deficiency has been, there is enough research already wherein there has been strong correlation between people with low vitamin D3 levels and people often falling sick. And unfortunately, vitamin D3, again, it falls under the nutrition bracket. It's a vitamin, all right. Unfortunately, there is barely enough food items that one can consume to make sure that their vitamin D3 levels are up. All right. So again, coming back to basic, again coming back to nature, I would very strongly urge people to get the sunlight. Soak yourself, soak some sunlight, and if you feel that, again, being in the lockdown, we've been restricted to stay indoors. It's all the more that we haven't got enough sunlight, resulting into low vitamin D3 levels. And trust me, Shreya, with every client of mine, I have seen literally people ridiculously as low as 3-4 के range में vitamin D3 levels. It's as low, in across the population of India. This is something very strongly I would recommend. Get in touch with your general physician. Make sure that you get in touch with them, and whatever dosages that they recommend, make sure that you top your vitamin D3 levels, because that's very crucial for our immune health. I think that's where I would want to start from. When we talk about nutrition, the vital nutrition, because there is so much. I would say that every minor vitamin and mineral and proteins play a role. All right. So if I were to tell that take this vitamin, this vitamin, this vitamin, this vitamin, trust me, I would want to talk about all the minerals and vitamins and proteins to be consumed. Yeah. But one thing which I very strongly feel is often neglected, people majority of the time are deficient in, is vitamin D. So make sure that you get your levels checked, or even if you do not want to get your levels checked, if you feel that you've not been on a D3 supplementation, the chances are very high that your levels would be low. So get in touch with your physician, get the dosages right. Maybe if she recommends 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever. And I think split the dose instead of one long dose, split the dose into daily doses. I think that will lead to better absorption. And I think that's one of the recommendations that I would suggest. And if you were to ask me with respect to kitchen, okay, again, falling back to basics, two things which I will very strongly make sure that people should try to look after is their daily protein intake. All right, that is another challenge that we across our country face. People really do not consume the amount of protein that they are supposed to. And again, when it comes to our immune health, so immunity, our body is just amazing. We are nothing but a formation of trillions of cells together. Yeah. And it's just that how different cells in our body interact within themselves and between themselves. That's what our body is all about. Yeah. And that's exactly what one of the pieces of our cells are, the immune cells. And when the foreign bacteria or pathogens come, how the immune cells respond to it, our protein intake really plays a very important role. So I would make sure that urge people to stick to the basics and eat protein rich foods. We can of course it will be very difficult for me to categorize, but it's in general, for non-vegetarians there is meat as a good source of protein. eggs are a good source of proteins for vegetarians. Legumes are a good source of protein. Soya is a good source of protein. Dairy is a good source of protein. So there are various abundant food options, irrespective of your food preference. Even if somebody is a vegan, there is plenty of food sources to take care of your protein requirements. Yeah,
Right.
so that's another basic, very simple nutrient that one should be focusing on.
Right, absolutely. So now let me sum this up quickly. The first three pieces for everybody to remember: one is sleep and not compromising on sleep. As that I know, I struggle with that too. So sleep is absolutely important, so to keep your immunity high. Two is, of course, to ensure that you get enough sunlight. Who would have thought, right? Nobody's really thought of the sunlight angle. We're not getting enough sunlight, so go soak up some sun. Whether it's standing in your balcony, walking on your terrace, it doesn't matter until you get some sun time. And three, like you said, Azhar, load up on protein. What else can people do to take care of their immunity? If you can give us some more.
Uh, so with respect to nutrition, all right, with respect to nutrition, again, a very important point is make sure that you eat a variety of vegetables and fruits. All right. So when I talk about eating a variety of vegetarian and fruits, so there are two things that I would want to address from here is one, the variety will make sure that you are taking care of all the different vitamins and minerals that are very crucial in your immune building. All right. Zinc, for instance, magnesium, for instance, vitamin C, for instance. All right. I think by far till now, I think majority of the people have understood that vitamin C is an important component, and I see people popping vitamin C pills left, right, and center. It's okay. Vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin, so fortunately, there is nothing that it can get into excess. We drink water, it gets excreted from our system. But if there is somebody who would want to look for natural sources of vitamin C in their kitchen, the bell peppers are a good source of vitamin C. Amla is one of the best sources of vitamin C. Lemon zest, we often just squeeze the lemon and throw the whole piece. If you can just grate the lemon zest and if you can put in your salads or food preparations, that's another very great alternative option for you to add vitamin C in your food. And with respect to nutrition, so a lot of our gut microbiota, that plays a very important role in our immune health. You've got good gut bacteria and the bad, and the good gut bacteria, they feed on dietary fiber. Again, dietary fiber, not consuming enough dietary fiber is one of the biggest concerns. People are not eating enough. All right. So adding cinnamon powder, cinnamon is almost 50% dietary fiber. So when it comes to dietary fiber, people look at options like vegetables. People think that green leafy vegetables are high on fiber. People what do not understand is the quantum of vegetables what one would want to eat to match that dietary fiber levels is way too high. There are food items, there are herbs and spices which are very small in quantity but are very high in their composition of dietary fiber. Cinnamon, for instance, is almost 50% dietary fiber. So just make sure if you can just put some cinnamon. I put my cinnamon on my coffee, on my fruits. Wherever I get a chance, I just sprinkle some cinnamon powder on that. All right. Now, legumes are a great legumes for vegetarian. They look at legumes as a source of proteins and a source of carbohydrate. Of course, it is the case. It's not that it is not, but they are a great source of dietary fiber as well. There are like more than 30,000 various plant foods available. Try to eat them all. Try to make sure that we eat a variety of food grains so that we get our gut microbiota gets a different variety of microbes to feed on, and that's how our gut microbiota stays on a healthier side. And I think it's an age-old saying, health lies in our gut. That's where it all starts and ends. So let's start looking care and let's start taking care of that.
Absolutely. So I think in terms of nutrition, I really like some of the ideas you gave, because I myself didn't know that. I didn't know cinnamon, for instance, was so high in dietary fiber. This is not something you really know about. So, thank you so much for those tips. Now I'll come to my last question, which is the link between fitness and immunity, and why it's important to exercise. Because everybody says, everybody thinks about fitness in some way in connection to their weight, but nobody really thinks about fitness in connection to the mind and immunity. So tell us a little bit about that.
So, here's a little critical, not to like demotivate or push somebody away from fitness. Like when it comes to immune health, all right. So there is research, when it comes to upper respiratory tract infections. So for somebody who's at like a low level of exercise, they are like if mid level of prone to being ill. Somebody who does like moderate exercise, their immune system, they are vulnerable to illness drops by 40 to 50% just by taking some kind of moderate exercise. But at the same time, if somebody overdoes, and is not again sleeping and eating well, if somebody is really exercising a lot and not able to recover well, not able to feed with the right nutrition, will work on the opposite side and will further affect their immune system. So when it comes to exercise, it's so linked, exercise, nutrition, sleep, they're all so linked. It can be a case wherein you are exercising way too much and you feel that you are exercising which is going to help you, but at the same time you are exercising way too high, like maybe over an hour per day is what I would consider exercising more or in excess. But at the same time, if you are not feeding yourself with the right nutrition, if you are not sleeping enough to recover from the stress, exercise is nothing but stress to your body. Yeah. So while we want to keep it to moderate, like half an hour or an hour moderate intensity or medium to high intensity, just work that around because that will really work in your favor in keeping your immune system healthier. But at the same time, it should be taking care wherein your nutrition and sleep coincides with that and is in support to that.
Wow, okay. Thank you so much, Azhar, for talking to us today. We will also bring you live on our page at 8:15 this evening, so we can have people asking you questions directly. But thank you so much
Looking forward.
for importantly pointing out the connections between all of these, because I think often we think that if we eat healthy, we're taken care of, or if we work out, we're taken care of, or if we sleep well, we're taken care of. But like you said, they're all linked. So thank you so much for bringing out that link. And
I
thank you
think,
for
yeah, there's
joining us.
one thing. Pleasure, Shreya. Pleasure. More than happy. This is something which I would always enjoy talking about. And thank you so much for having me here on the channel.
Thank you, Azhar. And we will see you again this evening. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank you
these
so much.
insights with us.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.